Hey guys, welcome back to more Let's Play Rogue Galaxy. Well, last time we did a crap load of shopping and began Chapter 8 in earnest. This time we've made our way partway into the ruins, and before moving on, well, in between episodes I went back to Vidan and I did a little bit of battling. Specifically trying to get a couple more of the military grade batteries. I think I've got enough of these now, so I shouldn't need those anymore. I did about 20 minutes of farming item drops on the Datron observation deck. I got another forbidden add-on, which was nice. Got some more sealing sun spheres. The primary reason I went back was for Stella crystals. Still not where I need to be. I need 2 more. And basically nothing drops these other than enemies on Vidan. It's kind of frustrating because they're a rare drop from everything. Well, not everything, from like 3 different enemies on Vidan, and that's it for the whole game. It's available in a couple of shops in a very small amount. It's a very difficult item to get, and we need 12 of them for the factory, which will be starting in a little while. I've got a bunch of other things I need to do first. But while I was doing that, I worked on some weapons. So let's combine these things. All right, let's combine the Dynamite Hands Prime with the Knockout Hands and get some Omega Hands Prime.
Now that's what I call a masterpiece.
Next, we want to combine the Brave Slugger Prime and the Guardian Death Prime and get the Punishing Xanadu.
Now that's what I call a masterpiece.
Next, we want to combine Crystal Bees, it's still the strangest name I think I've seen so far, and the Beam Satellites. And that gets us a Rapid Squid.
Now that's what I call a masterpiece.
I admit it, it's weirder. Next, we're going to do a Cool Mist Shower and a Spread Beam. And that will get us a Lustrous Breeze.
Now that's what I call a masterpiece.
They don't really sound like weapons now, do they? This time, simply Missile Pod 4 and Missile Pod 3. And for that, we get Quadra Boogaloo.
Now that's what I call a masterpiece.
Next, we want the Wind Rider Bow with the Gale Bracer Bow. And that gets us a Mountain Fairy Bow.
Voila.
The Man-Eater's Hatchet. And it's not done yet, so I can't do that one. Okay. I guess the last one we have left here to do is the Chaos Vulture and the Zenin D, our most powerful weapon, or at least our most powerful sub-weapon. This you're unlikely to be able to equip, as he's about to tell us here. Oh, I must have gained a level when I wasn't paying attention. Here we get the Orion, level 43 requirement. Okay, let's take a look at that new gun here. Just playing around with everyone's equipment and making sure everything's where I want it to be. The Justice Strike was what we were using before. This guy's pretty powerful. We can throw that on. If you don't have this yet, don't worry. It's not necessary in the slightest, especially if you've already got the Earthshaker. Earthshaker is far more powerful anyway. I did finish working on a few of the, I think just this weapon, but now we're starting to work on Blizzard Edges. As long as we have something to work on, we're good. If not, we'll move over to our most powerful default weapon. All right, let's make our way through here. We have a shop already. So we're worried about a witch in a castle. Too scared to approach. What do you have? I don't think I need to buy anything. No. I need to use my max heals. Now we got some perfect heals if you need them. Recharge drinks we're good on. Tri-charge. Resurrections, I'll buy some of those. Sure, I tend to use those more than I use most things. Here we can get a plasma shield. This guy has shields. Also has a Saint shield to protect against Holy. This one obviously Thunder. And anything else useful around here? No, nothing else particularly valuable. You can pick up one of each shield if you want. They're not particularly all that valuable. Anyone can use a shield. Generally, I just find I don't need them. They don't do a lot for me, and I'm too lazy to swap them out every time I get a new character. But I guess for now, we might as well throw something on there. It's better than nothing. Sure, we'll protect you against fire. You'll notice that I have different characters now. Basically, you're already protected against that, so let's go and swap yours. Give you the lightning shield. And we'll give you the fire one. Basically, it's not that I ran out of things to work on. I ran out of things to work on with characters until I showed you all the things that I just learned. So that's why I've swapped characters. At this point in the game, we basically just use whoever needs to work on stuff. Dark music box. This lines up with something I did want to talk about. I did get one of these as a rare drop from some of the enemies that I was fighting when I was doing that little bit of battling off screen there. And if you go into the flow, you can make use of it. Oops, no. There are two things that I would potentially want to do with it. One is Voodoo Dance level 2 to actually give her some way of dealing with enemies, because level 1 stuff, not particularly powerful right now. The Dark Music Box, we are going to need a lot of these. Well, not a lot, but definitely some. 12 over the course of the game, all for the flow. And already need 7 of them, so we stop that. We can do that one there, or we can level up Beast Call to level 2. I think this is kind of more the priority right now. Should probably be using this in almost every fight, just so that I get a few extras. And here we have Advent of the Sun. Sure, why not? I don't even remember what this does, but it's right there and I can learn it, so I might as well. Another attack spell. And we can get AP efficiency for you as well. And I believe Jaster also had something I wanted to learn with him that I forgot to do last time. Where is it? Here it is. Let's take a look at your HP here. This is an HP one. We have 657. Let's see how much we get for level 2 with Jaster. Okay, we go from 657 to 688, is that? I'm thinking that's 688. Still not very much. But anyway, we did our shopping. We can take a look at, I guess, Steve's alternate costume here. I've already got another one for him, so I'll be putting that on before too long. Here we got Fancy Foul. Even if we're not using... I was about to say these guys are easy, but apparently my characters are idiots. Ow.
All right.
That hurt. We got a feather for that. All right, let's grab the right part of my notes to take a look at some of these new enemies. The Fancy Foul, what can you drop? Lunar Ribbons, Feathers, Seventh Moon. Not that we're really going to need any of that, but that's about it for you guys. Make sure we're collecting all the treasure as we go. The bridge is out, but there's treasure down here, so let's go grab that. Coffee beans we don't need. Green flower ash, I think we're pretty good on that. Let us get up here grab. This one is rigged with a trap. Let me look real quick. This one is a curse trap. All right, and let's take a little detour over to this dead end. There it is. And we get some rubies. Not very good with water. Yeah, not surprising. Never get to the ruins as well. Yeah, you would know best, I guess. All right, poisonous flies. What do you guys drop? Poisonous flies. You guys can drop Nebulodon eggs. It's a very rare drop, but it's definitely there. All right, here is a good demonstration of why we went out of our way to level up to level 3 if we happen to have purchased all those Sealing Sun Spheres. Because what we can do with this now is pretty much guarantee nuke anything. I'm going to try to avoid doing this the vast majority of the time because it's basically anything that doesn't have some type of weakness that we can exploit, like anything that's a jump enemy or anything that like you have to break their guard on. This basically is a one-hit kill. And I would like to get a Nebulodon egg because I'm all out of those items at the moment. But I don't think the game's going to let me. That one took a couple minutes. I probably shouldn't have spent that long doing it, but I don't have one at the moment, so I wanted to get one in case I needed it for one of the hunts or something like that. I can't remember if I need one for those in a little bit or not, but... Alright, more flies. I am not going to do this a second time. Let's see here. We can use you to call beast. I'll show off what this looks like. So there was originally 4 of them in this fight, and now there is another one. I don't know if you can actually see the other one fighting for you. I'm assuming that's this one here, because it wasn't doing anything, but either way. Let's drag Steve through the water again, short circuit him a little bit here. Alright, if you are following along here, let's see here, we've got 3 chests in the corner. And up here, as you can see, there's stars over there. But basically right here is one path, and over here will be a second path. And you can bypass one side altogether if you want, but we're going to take both of them either way. So we'll go this way for now. It doesn't matter which way you go first. Grab all the treasure we need out of here. Eventually we'll want to go up there. Some perfect heals. And more fancy fowls. Let's do something else. Let's use Illusion Sword this time. In a sense, I'm not sure if anyone else has played this game, but one of the games that I played years ago and didn't really enjoy all that much until kind of really toward the end of the game when I realized that was the purpose of the game, was in a game called Eternal Sonata. Now, the plot for this game makes absolutely no sense, and I'm not going to spoil it, but it kind of does that by design. So I don't entirely blame it for that, but it doesn't change the fact that I didn't care for any of the characters or the plot line just because, 1, it didn't make sense, and 2, it was just, even like these long diatribes the characters would go on would be like, I have no idea what you're talking about, and I've been playing this game for, 30 hours at this point. So instead of trying to understand it, I kind of gave up on understanding it and played it strictly for the combat. Can I get there? Yes. All right, well, this is with Steve. But it reminds me of this game in the sense that even at the end of the game, the way that the combat was designed was very much so that it, come on. Can you please jump on its video game, please? Thank you. Bye-bye. You guys go fall down now. Thank you. Gary. But yeah, the idea is that no matter what point in the game you were in, you could slaughter the enemies and they could slaughter you. It's kind of like that in this game where enemies, I think the way that they get you down to 1 HP is like a critical hit, but it doesn't really like announce that it's a critical hit, so it doesn't really matter if it is or it isn't. It's kind of weird that way. I'm not exactly sure why they set it up that way, but you're very easily able to get your ass kicked in this game and that game as well. So it just kind of reminds me of it. Whoa, completely turned around there. I don't actually have to go back here. I'm just filling out the map. But yeah, Eternal Sonata had a really interesting combat system. There was one character that could attack from a range, and the amount of damage that they were able to deal was kind of, it was almost determined by the range, and the range you could kind of play around with it. I don't need to. I was sitting there double checking what these guys drop. I don't need to worry about what these guys drop. I need to turn on attacking though. Ow. See what I mean though? Doesn't matter what you do, you're getting your ass kicked in this game. Even if, you know, I'm just showing off all the different abilities we have access to and how powerful we've gotten, and it doesn't seem to change the fact that I can still get my ass kicked in about 5 seconds. One of the things that will apply to boss fights going forward, we can cakewalk our way through some of the boss fights in seconds, or we can spend absolutely forever at them and die multiple times. I like Illusion Sword. There's some resurrection. Definitely gonna need those. I seem to die every 5 seconds. All right, there is one really important person on this path that we are going to need to talk to. I am waiting to find him, and I am waiting to find enemies that are not these guys. Go away. I've already fought you guys. I'll take a feather. All right, let's swap up the gear here. Make sure we're always working on stuff. Yeah, that one will work. Yeah, this area isn't really so much a maze as it is just long, narrow hallways everywhere. It employs the Final Fantasy 13 approach to video game creation in a sense, but at least there's turns here and there's whole other paths to go on, not just a single one. I know everyone likes to rag on 13 for that, and I don't like Final Fantasy 13. I find the characters are all extremely annoying. What do the mimics drop here? I did not have that page set up before I started today. I was looking at items instead. Strength stars. Interesting. All right, so these guys have a chance of dropping strength stars at 10% and dark music box at 4%. That dark music box is enticing. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try a couple of times. We'll see how it goes. Ow. And these guys can absolutely slaughter you regardless. I'll take a strength star. I'm not gonna sit there and do that all day. All right, what else we got here? Got a save point up here, which is good. Poisonous flies. Basically, I'm going to be using Call Beast on any fight where I'm not running into the exact same enemies every 2 seconds. But, yeah. Let's go with Illusion Sword here. Especially in the narrow corridors, it's really good to use this because you can hit more than one enemy at a time. And that just means the enemies fall down so much faster. All right, we got some treasure. Pride charges. King was killed by the demon. At least the queen hasn't been harmed. Well, I have no idea what you're talking about, so I guess we'll find out. Some stingers. And if we head up here, Red Horn, we have a new enemy. Let us get ready to take them down. Red Horns can drop a whole lot of nothing. Ow. One of the kind of frustrating aspects to the combat is the enemies will basically move you around. I'm just going to use the crap one. I don't want to be spending a bunch of items on a healing right next to a save point. Yeah, they can drop a whole lot. Okay, they can drop a skull necklace, which I still do need. Land is ruled by a bloodthirsty master of the jungle. Do not disturb those who sleep here. Sounds like some kind of a hunt. Maybe we'll do that later. Up above that save point is the way forward. This particular open area, I think, has a different spawn type to the narrower pathways. So if you're looking for a rare enemy type, you probably want to stick to the big open areas. And since that one's right on the save point, that's typically the one we go for. Steve, do your thing here. Bye-bye. Where's that NPC here? Tormented by a demon. Oh, apparently the queen's not doing so well. Then again, these are ancient ruins, and all the enemies are all the NPCs I'm speaking to are these strange spirits. So I'm wondering how many of these things are still alive, or if even the queen and the king and everyone else are all just spirits. All right, we've got another new enemy here. I jumped on you. Thank you very much. Go. Hey, come back here. All right, so we've got all of them. Now, each of these guys drops, let's see here, something different. The fruit drops Sealing Sun Spheres, which we want. And the Smiler drops Lunar Ribbons, which we don't really need. And Spirit Bells, which we also don't really need. Let's go for Flash Sword. Something different. Bye-bye, Steve. Would you stop picking things up and actually hit them, please? I understand they can't attack while they're being held like that, but still, I'll take it. It's really annoying when my characters just do dumb things that don't do any damage when they could just, you know, do damage and kill things. All right, this one looks like it's blocked with the sun key. And there's another egg. Definitely need those. All right, that's it for this area. So let's keep on heading this way. More red horns. Well, that battle absolutely sucked. Here's Jupus in his new uniform or skin there, if we haven't seen that before. And speaking of which, we've seen enough of, I think, Steve in his Zeranian armor, so let's give him his new Reflect armor, which changes Wind to Holy defense. Either way, he's protected against basically everything. It's not too bad. All of his skins are very much the same. There was something... Oh, there. Treasure chest, another fight. Ah, dancing dolls. Dancing dolls are important. Let me take a look. I remember specifically dancing dolls have the highest drop rate of something we are going to need. Where are you here? The forbidden add-on. They have the highest percent chance, a 10% chance to drop the forbidden add-ons. So you definitely want to deal with them. And same with Cursed Mask if you're still missing that. And same with the Captain Sock if you're missing that. I need the forbidden add-ons. Ow. But the rest of it I think I'm pretty good on. Go and collect those so I can do that next time I need to. Max heals are nice. They tend to give you a bunch of those right now. Ah. That is, I believe, a new weapon for you, if I remember correctly. Yes. The Alkaid? Either way, it's a starfish. I don't really know why a starfish is his throwing star, but it is what it is. What I'm going to do, actually... how were you working on this? You've only just started on that. I'm going to wait until you find a weapon there. I'd prefer to work on 2 weapons as opposed to only 1. So we're going to swap in Zegrum for a little bit. And I want to give his costume there a little bit of showtime since I haven't done so yet, and I've already got a new one. And another open area within 20 seconds. This is probably not going to happen. Please die. Let's do that one. Might be able... No, we're not going to be able to do this. Definitely not going to be able to do this. Yeah, giving you a short time limit when you're fighting jump enemies is almost never a fair way of making you deal with them. Because you basically have no option in terms of how fast you can kill them. You can't use spells. You're relying entirely on your ability to jump and attack, not get knocked down in the middle of that jump attack, and it almost never seems to work. As you can see, I'm starting to need to heal after almost every battle. Normally with the jump enemies, after I've already shown them off, I like to cut them out because they're just tedious and they take forever. This guy is the guy that I wanted to talk to. Make certain that you talk to this guy as you come through here. He's a member of the 7-Star Sword Survey Squad, because, of course. They investigate ruins and research secret swords. One of the 7-Star Swords can be found on a ship that belongs to an infamous space pirate. Was there literally one on the ship from the start? If that's the case, then this game is bullshit. I'd rather hang out in the swamps than put myself in that kind of danger. Well, for me, it's not danger, it's called going home. But, yeah. Make sure you talk to that guy. Well, there's some more mushrooms, because I didn't need to go out of my way to get the other ones in on Vidan there. But anyway, this is the area here if you're looking for where that guy is. There is one of these special survey squad guys on the way to or inside each of the dungeons. Well, I lost that challenge miserably. Here you go. Fight 4 jump to attack enemies with 2 other characters that you're not controlling that are too stupid to actually do any damage. Eventually, I was controlling Steve to run away with, and eventually he got hit by one of their areas. Here's another one without taking damage. What we're going to do here is we're going to start off with this. We're going to take care of those guys. Are you guys going to attack or what? Going to... Can you please jump on their heads? It's like I'm not even here. I've already gone through half of the all the resurrections I purchased at the start of the episode. Can you guys do something? Look at these guys. They do nothing. The AI in this game is kind of miserable. It's really bad at times. They don't do anything. They stand there and they do nothing. Actually kind of frustrating when, you know, the capabilities of your other characters are basically a couple of peanuts sitting on the ground and they don't do anything. More jump to attack enemies. Yay! Another miserable fight with jump enemies. There are no items in this area, but there is somebody to talk to, so let's talk to them real quick. Better off not entering the castle. Leave us alone. Well, sadly, I can't do that. I need to go this way. There's one item that was way back here that we need to pick up, and I think I missed an item. Well, that one wasn't so bad because they were all in a line and my sword beams ended up hitting more than one at a time, which was nice. All right, let's get you. Nope, there's one treasure chest I did not pick up. Where is it? All right, I was remembering things wrong. So what I've done is I cleared out the area over there. There was no other treasure chest. I already got it. Brain doesn't work. And we made it back here where that guy is because I missed this one. So let's pick up this. A tri-elixir. Knew I was missing something. Now I will meet you back over here. Okay, and here we are back over where I said. Let us go up the last area open to us and be happy with the fact that I don't have to fight any more red horns. I have cleared them all out. Gonna use flash sword here. There we go. And I've also finished working on all of Jaster's weapons, which sadly means that he's back on his powerful sword. Sad in the sense that I'm not working on anything, but not terrible, because now I have more powerful weapons and I don't have to deal with red horns, which really pain in the ass. All right, let's make a couple of changes here. Zegram has maxed out the abilities he has, or the weapons that he has. So I am going to swap the armor on him. So he has some new armor. And I'm going to pull him out of the party. And we're going to put Digo back in. Digo has two weapons to work on that he is too low a level to work on. Lovely. But at least he can work on that now. And you're still working on stuff. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, nobody wants to get hurt except for, you know, all of the monsters who seem to want to hurt me constantly around here. All right, there are two paths on either side of this bridge that are both dead ends that have nothing in them. Till the castle's long curse is lifted, I intend to keep protecting this place. Good for you. All right, more dolls. Let's show off covering fire. I haven't had a chance to do that yet.
You ready for this?
Yeah, I'll take that. I think I'm pretty much good on those now. I'm not, like, it's not quite as powerful as the level 3 spell, like, what was it? Missile Squall level 3 or Icy Eye Beam level 3, which are both really powerful. But Covering Fire is only level 1. it's going to get a lot more powerful. One of the strongest abilities in the entire game. What am I looking like on some of these items here? So yeah, I got more than enough forbidden add-ons. I don't need to worry about those for the rest of the game. So that's done with. The sun, how am I on those? I didn't write those down. Why didn't I write those down? I'm stupid. I think we're good on items for the moment. So let's just grab these treasure chests and then we'll move on. Bunch of heal potions. That's good. Basically, they just fill a slot at this point. I barely use them since I have better healing items. Royal Servant's Clothes. I just took her out of the party and I finally got her second costume. There we go. And I lose wind defense. That's unfortunate. But next time she's in the party, we'll see something, a different costume for her. Ow. There we go. Easy enough. What's this say? Castle is ahead. Ah, so this one's crazy. Gotta love it. Let's make the last part of the trek here. Here we got a short roofed-in area. And honestly, other than the fact that that statue is half cut off, a pretty cool looking area. Sorry for the shaking, but I basically don't have an option. I either have this angle and it goes too fast, or I have it shake and it goes slow. The camera controls, not so great in this game, unfortunately. All right, we've made it to the save point. And a nice heal. But that's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time, I think we'll start off with, well, you know what? We can do it now. Okay, let's do a couple of combinations here before we call her a day. Let's combine the Omega hands and the Geo hands. And for that, we get the Alchemic Meteor Fists.
Now that's what I call a masterpiece.
Combine the Man-Eater's Hatchet and the Babylon Hatchet, like I was trying to do earlier. And we get the Orid's Hatchet. Orid Hatchet? Sure. Next, we're going to do the Rapid Squid with the Killer Grenades Prime. And we get another Deep Squid.
Voila.
Last but not least, this one's up to you. You don't have to do this one. We can get that new Alcade that we got, the that guy, and the Winter's Chill. Now, we're not going to be able to equip this, and it might not. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it because I was equipping it. So let's get out of here and unequip it. There he is. So yeah, if we unequip that and put on one of the Winter's Chills, we can go back and make that combination. Like I said, you don't have to do it now. We're not going to be able to use it now, so it's not like there's a massive amount of point in doing it, but we might as well do it since we're at it. Yeah, I won't be able to use it, but I've got another piece to equip, so I'm fine. And we get the Moon Bay, level 45 requirement. So yeah, don't worry about doing that if you don't want to. It's quite powerful. Okay, and last but not least, before we call her a day, because I probably should have done this all along, we have enemies. Look at that. I've already maxed out a few of them. There's actually one that I still haven't run into. It's a tree-looking guy. It'll probably be down here. He is encountered along with the Ancient Mish. And the Ancient Mish is primarily at the start of the area. which I cannot see. Let us teleport and then we will be able to see. It's primarily at the start of this area, and I guess that's why I didn't run into it. Where am I going here? Okay. Yeah, so basically it's primarily on the earlier part of the path, so kind of in the down here kind of range. If you're looking for them, they're also apparently rarely available right up here at the end, but apparently they're more common down here. I may or may not go out of my way to try and demonstrate them, but for the most part, I wouldn't worry too much. The poisonous fly enemies and the fancy fowl enemies that we found a ton of, they're most often found by the river. The dancing dolls are pretty much everywhere except the rivers. And what else we have here? Go back into the recorder and look at some of these enemies. Yeah, so the fancy fowl are by the water, the smilers and the infernal fruit. These guys are not by the riverbanks. They're also more common in the big open areas. So basically like the big squares or big rectangles, those are the types of areas you find them in. Go over by this one because it's got a teleporter for free healing. And who else do we have? The red horns are also in that same area. The poisonous flies are by the water. The ancient mish, as I was saying, these are the shielded guys. These are also more so toward the earlier part of the area, which is probably why I got like 14 and then never ran into them again. But yeah, if you want to max them out, you can. There are some enemies that I'll probably go back. Like I'll probably go back to the area because I want to fight a few more vultures because I'm going to need more alluring lamps. I probably won't go back here. I'm not close on any of them, but basically I'm not going to go out of my way to try and max things out anymore. That was really something I did early on to get a jump start on points. We are still going to need points. We're just not going to need as many points as the amount of queries that we can do start to fill up, and we have the ability to do more of those and use those to get more points. Speaking of points, let's top up what we have here. Don't think we're actually getting anything. Yeah, we go up to level 14. We were at level 21, I think, at the start of this chapter. Level 17 was what we were at before the start of chapter 8. So we haven't really moved very far. But as you can see by the... let's see here. By the amount of these that are available, we'll be able to do, not this one, but all 3 of these, plus 2 more that we're going to get access to once we finish this first area, all right away. And that's going to give us a whole boatload of points that we can use to try and climb the ranks a little bit. I'm hoping to get pretty close to rank 1 before the end of the chapter, if not rank 1 already. I need those coins because, let's see, where am I at here? Yeah, I've only got 27. I need 33 more before we can finish up. Right. Organize my inventory a little bit. Got everything pretty much ready to go. But yeah, that's pretty much all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.